Welcome to the next segment of the hottest happy hour in STL on the In Your City show right here at the Lou Information Station. Go to louinfo.com. That's LOUinfo.com. You can listen to all the shows that's going on 24/7. Gosh, we're Apple, Spotify, any of your Audible podcast sites. And of course, we're on the radio at KLS 590. Oh my gosh. I don't know what just happened there, but I should not make a beep sound or something like that. 590.
I'm at the station she's going to be at.
Well, it was once there, right? Okay, so 590 AM, the KLIS. I should just not even say it, right? But anyway, I think I'm flushed red right now.
Just a little bit.
But that's okay. We're here having some fun. We'd love you to go subscribe, of course, to the In Your City show and the Lou Info. And of course, you can find us at Instagram and Facebook. Like, follow, and if you've got a story that you want to tell, please let us know. You know we are the publishers, owner, editor of the St. Charles, Chesterfield, and Clayton City Lifestyle magazines, and that's all we do is tell stories and what's happening in the communities and cities around you. So if you've got something great you want to let us know, or maybe you're interested in partnering, because that's what we do, is we help you tell your story, brand your business in a very sophisticated, stylish way. Every single month, a new magazine, a new theme. We are out there in the community.
The style issue is out this month.
So speaking out,
I
did. The September is our style issue. Every month is a new theme. Next month, we're just finished it today. October is underway and getting ready to be edited and go into printing, which is our big food issue. So we're excited about that. Everybody loves food, right? But the weather's been so beautiful, and the zoo is an extremely popular attraction right now. In fact, it's like so busy, and because it's perfect because the animals are out. But
this is a great time to go to the zoo because they get when the weather starts to turn and get a little cooler. That's when they start to move around. And it's like when it's hot, they're always hiding.
You're just peeking, trying to find them under a rock. I know.
So good thing this is free. It's like
you can go in there. But this is exciting news. I mean, the St. Louis Zoo is literally, I think it's in the top 5 now, if it's not number 3, zoo in like
zoos,
in the country. It's incredible. So the St. Louis Zoo just welcomed 2 adorable and critically endangered, how do you say Amur, AMUR leopard.
Lemur.
No, it's it's Amur.
Anyway,
it's a leopard. Yeah, it's a leopard cub. Their latest success in helping save a species. Literally, Amurs are on the brink of extinction. Born to Dot and Samson on August 13th. This is the second litter. Each birth brings hope, they say. I mean, there's only about 100 of these magnificent big cats left in the wild. That's sad, isn't it? 100.
That's not a lot, yeah.
No, that's not a lot. So to think that 2 are now born at our zoo, I call it ours like I own it, the St. Louis Zoo.
4 of the 100.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. Dot and Samson, the mommy and daddy. They're currently bonding. They're with mom. They're in a private den. But
the other one wasn't named Delilah.
Oh my gosh.
You know what she did to Samson.
Yeah, we don't want that. But they're going to make their public debut in a few months. Right now they're watching them closely, of course, to make sure that they stay strong and healthy. They'll also reveal their names and genders after their first vet visit. And this was in People. I didn't learn this because we live in St. Louis. I learned this because it's national news, which is really cool. So
cool.
I was
love the zoo. I love our zoo.
Yeah, I was excited to talk about that. But our show is exciting as well. It's global flavors and local harmony right here on the In Your City show. We are going to be joined for a flavorful and inspiring episode with Shayn Prapaisilp. What happened was I asked Shayn, I said, Shayn, how do you say your last name? Because it's absolutely impossible to understand with the spelling.
Every time Kelly tries to pronounce
just call me Kelly Butcher.
I'm just going to put up the Aaron thing.
Yeah.
Every time she tries to pronounce it.
You didn't. So Prapaisilp, not proposal. That's what he educated me on doing his name. But since he did that, I started questioning myself on the opposite of proposal. So, I'm not the smartest cookie in the jar.
Who else do we have here?
Wait, he's the COO of Global Foods Group. And then we have Chef Cathy Jenkins. And Mr. Cathy Jenkins.
That's what I get. That's what I get, Mr. Kelly.
Yes, yeah. So Jerome, that is, Jenkins, is with her, and we are going to talk about the celebration of culture, cuisine, and community through global cooking series. So that'll be fun. Then we're going to sit down with Steve Perrmann. He is of E3 Wealth. I hope he brings some wealth to us while he's here.
Too.
He is going to bring all the wealth advice we can get, right? He not only brings financial expertise, but also he has a passion for music. And we know all too well when we visited his home and the studio that you are so jelly about.
I know, man.
It's incredible. So you guys are going to a concert soon together, too.
We'll
what are you
talk
seeing?
about
Okay. You can't give me a little hint right now?
We'll talk about that.
Oh, it's like everybody's going to wait on their...
We know you're all going to wait.
Everybody right now is going, oh my gosh, I cannot leave the show to be able to find out about this concert that's going on. So anyway, we got a great show. So I think with all due respect, we should go ahead and spin the camera around to our guests that are here waiting to talk about some global food happening right now. So we're going to go ahead and talk to you, Shayn. And I did get your name, Prapaisilp.
You did. You nailed it.
I got it there finally after hard, in-depth search of myself to say it correctly, because I'm always doing it wrong. But thank you for being here. You are the COO of Global Food Groups. Tell us what Global Food Groups is, what it is.
Yeah, so we are, my family owns a couple restaurants and grocery stores here in St. Louis, and what we're highlighting today is Global Foods Market. We are St. Louis's premier kind of specialty international market, actually right down the road at downtown Kirkwood, or just north of downtown Kirkwood. We've been there for 20 years, and what we are always aiming to highlight, especially with this kind of special thing we're doing, is the great food we have in St. Louis. We've been really lucky just to have all sorts of cuisines, talented chefs, and we want to share that with the community. And so we thought of preparing these cooking classes led by the chefs themselves. And we have such a great diversity of cuisine and food in here in St. Louis. And we are, kind of the first year we did it last year, all the classes sold out. So we're ready to run it back again and do 4 new classes.
So let me ask you, go back to Global Food Market here for a minute before we go to the Fennel Cooking Studio and talk to Chef Cathy. So when someone walks inside of Global Foods Market, I've passed it. So now we're going to walk through it. How many are there? Is there just one? How many global food markets are there?
We have one kind of flagship global foods market, as I mentioned, in Kirkwood, and we have food from around 35 countries from around the world, and not just dry goods. We have specialty produce, cheeses, meats, cured meats, just literally, you can take a lap around the globe in our store. And so we've been primarily a lot of folks who kind of grew up eating these foods have been our customers for a long time, but now everyone's a foodie. Everyone's kind of a little bit more adventurous with their palate. And so we've been expanding our clientele just to curious foodies, but also all the chefs in town who are making great food. If they can't find a special ingredient or they kind of want to do a unique new spin on something, they reach out to us and we do the best that we can to find that for them. And we've built a great rapport with a lot of chefs, and we're so grateful that all these chefs have decided to kind of partner with us and show the community kind of what kind of, a little bit of their secret sauce and what they're really good at cooking and presenting.
I love that secret sauce. So when asking, what would be something, we know that it's probably pretty simple though. There's Chinese food, there's Indian food, there's Thai food. When you talk about global food, and you just said quite a large number, what would be something really unique that maybe we wouldn't even realize that you have in there? That would be something totally different.
I think I really pride ourselves on sourcing really, really good produce. Stuff that honestly isn't grown in Missouri, right? So we have fresh coconut, papayas. We've got really interesting greens, Asian greens. Stuff that is from tropical places that you go to your kind of conventional grocery store, they're probably not going to have it, and if they do, it won't be as fresh as ours. And it's really unique. Just we can always tell if someone's there for the first time. They kind of walk in and they grab a basket, and they're just kind of like looking around, and they're confused in a good way. They're like, I don't even know where to start. And so we kind of set up our store kind of by country and region. But the way that people are cooking these days, there's so much interesting crossover and fusion going on. So we try to cross merchandise stuff where, you're making a pot roast. Have you ever thought about maybe using this marinade? And so just letting folks kind of explore our store and people just love it. It's whether they're shopping with us every day or just once a week or once a month for that special recipe. We want to be that place for them.
Well, you said produce, so that you caught my attention for a minute. We watched a documentary about these people.
Blue, is it the blue
No, they're
zones?
Asian.
Blue zone, but it's considered the blue zone, I think, where healthy living.
Really, yeah.
But there was these purple.
Health benefits.
What sweet potatoes?
Do you know what we're talking
the
about?
Japanese sweet potatoes, yeah.
Do you have those?
We do, yeah.
Because they're
Were you
supposed
able to keep them in stock after that show?
Something about those things. I mean, the people that were eating them, they were eating these things, and they were the healthiest people on the planet. And they were like
90 years old, getting up and down a
sitting
squat.
where I can't even do it right now. I can't even get my leg up like this right now. But they were like sitting like Indian style and just
And they
standing
swear
up,
by it.
And it was like the health benefits for these purple potatoes were like incredible.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. We kind of are, people come to us, watching programs like that, the turmeric coffee craze, matcha, we'll kind of check our inventory. We're like, oh, that's interesting. Like, we've sold a lot of like turmeric recently. And, I'm not too hip on the food trends, but it's educating me. I'm like, oh, right now, like people are, trying to be healthier. They're trying to seek out different flavors and foods, both for culinary reasons and for health reasons. And we have all those things, and people come to us all the time and ask us, can you get this for us? And more often than not, we can. So that's something we really strive to do.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So you have this. So here will come. We know what Global Food Market is about and how you are bringing the communities together, chefs, to really educate people on cooking. So this is a 4-part series. This begins when?
So we had our first chef already, Chef Baytran from Treehouse. She, her specialty is kind of vegetarian vegan cooking.
Okay.
And then we have Chef Rick Lewis of Grace Meat and 3. So he's, I think, I hope he does his famous fried chicken, but he's gonna be featured as well. Chef Alex Henry of Molino Sureste is a chef from Yucatan, Mexico, and then of course we have Chef Cathy Jenkins, and I think she's planning to do something Cajun, but again, and just trying to represent the wide breadth and diversity of all the great food here we have in St. Louis.
So, Chef Cathy, welcome to the show.
Thank
Is that
you so
pillow?
much
Do
for
we need
having
me
me.
to remove that? We can throw that on the floor.
Look, let's throw
So
it.
yeah, throw it. Give
let's get rid of
it. Give it to Mr. Chef. So, what made you want to be part of this global event?
Well, they actually reached out to me. I did a commercial with them probably, I think it was last year, I think it was. And I just love the store. I just loved everything about it. And so I was very excited when they asked me to come and be a part of the cooking class. I'm very excited to share my Cajun chicken pasta with the class.
Oh, so before we talk about your involvement with Global Food Markets, let's talk about Cathy's Kitchen. Now, where is that at?
Cathy's Kitchen is located in Ferguson.
Okay.
I've been in business for 13 years.
Oh, wow.
I have a second location located in Dalewood, Missouri, about 2-3 miles away from the original location.
I lived there, trying to think what year to be. Casey was born in 1987, so I lived in Dalewood in 1987.
Wow. There you go. Well, it's a great community. We love it. We use our community a lot,
That's
so
great.
I love that we can work a few minutes away from home, 2-3 miles away from home. We work out in our community. We are a part of our community in every kind of way you could possibly think. So I love where I am and what we're doing right now in our lives.
When someone comes to Cathy's Kitchen, what kind of food are you serving? I know you have your special cuisine you're going to talk about for this event, but what can we expect to find as an experience coming to Cathy's Kitchen?
Cathy's Kitchen is a culinary quest. It is a tour that we take you on. Cathy's Kitchen blossomed when we were at home. And I started
in your kitchen.
Yes, the original Cathy's Kitchen, okay? And I was a stay-at-home mom. And I needed something about me. My husband, he's a scientist. He does all kinds of stuff.
Well, that works out for putting those cooking recipes together.
And it was great, at home, taking care of the kids. I loved everything about it. But I just, they were getting older,
I get it,
and
yeah.
I just needed something about me. And I was always a great cook. And my husband
Can we
says,
come over?
He says, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And I'm in tears one day. And I'm like, I want to own my own restaurant. And he's like, girl, I'm going to put your name in lights.
Aww.
He just didn't know we're going to have to burn up Ferguson to do it.
Oh my God.
But he did get my name in lights. And it has just been a ride I never thought I would be on. I literally just this New Year's cooked dinner for Hugh Jackman. I mean, I just can't believe what my life.
How did that happen?
Melissa Etheridge, celebrity guest chef on her cruise. Yeah, I mean, it's just been.
We need to hang with you.
Yeah, I've probably been about 3 Grammys. I mean, my life has done something incredible.
You really put her name in
So how did
lights.
that take place?
Yeah.
So I always thought.
Oh, let me tell you.
To Cathy.
Because we were just talking about Travis Kelce getting this ring for the jeweler. The jeweler that he found was somebody who was told that she would never be a jeweler from a well-known jeweler.
And he met
now
her.
He
found her.
Just made a ring for Taylor Swift.
Her life will never be the same.
$550,000 ring. So I think she's going to be okay now for the rest of her life. Every celebrity's
It's that
gonna be
one.
looking for
It's that
her.
one moment that
So it's that
catapults
one moment.
you.
What was that one moment for you?
Oh wow! Well, after the unrest had happened that night in Ferguson with the Mike Brown, and I used to feed the protesters. I would take my cart out, my food, and I would feed everyone over there. And when the verdict came out and they said he was not guilty and the looting and everything happened, I had a video sent to me, and they said I got a call first. Someone says, "Cathy, I think they're about to come for your place." And I said, "Well, there's nothing I could do." And then the next, about 10 minutes later, I received a video mailed to me, right? I opened the video, and it is all those protesters I used to feed, making a human chain around Cathy's kitchen.
Look at my
saying,
goose.
"No, not Cathy's. No, not Cathy's."
Wow.
So the next day, my husband and I, when we came to assess the damages, I had a patio set in front, and they had thrown it through the window. But that was the only thing. I had the only restaurant that was able to open up. My restaurant was totally intact. So there was reporters from all over the world, if you could kind of remember that time. And the reporter, he says, "Are you the owner?" I said, "Yes." I said, "Yeah, I'm Cathy." And I said, "Hey, I got this video, if you want it." I gave the guy the video. He interviewed me. An hour later, I get a call from Anderson Cooper. He wants me to come on his show. I had the only video ever seen showing the protesters in a positive light. That they were fighting for the rights, protecting businesses, And so from that moment on, everybody just kind of
lit your name up.
It did. But honestly, I thought it was just going to be a flyby thing, that it was going to come, it was going to go, But my husband always said, just be ready, and we stay ready. We're just a ready kind of couple, you know what I mean? And so after everyone had kind of left, all the cameras, everything was back to real life, and your regular customers. St. Louis was very divided, it was very white and black. It wasn't like that at first. And we were,
you're right.
You're right. And we were in Ferguson where predominantly most of our customers were white. And so no one was coming out to eat. And so we were barely keeping our doors open. And then one day, literally just prepping, doing something. There's no customers in the restaurant. And I hear
Can't get my hair to quit.
Yeah, I hear the chime on the door. I look around the corner, and I say, "Melissa Etheridge." And she says, "Cathy Jenkins." And we just gave each other the biggest hug. And she had her wife, Linda, with her. And we sat down. There was no one there. So we sat, we chopped it up, we talked.
I hope you got video and.
Oh, I've got everything. I called
Hope you called everyone.
I told him to come up and visit. And
How fast did you get there?
Lightning.
Helicopter landed out front. He ran.
Right. We were very close. And from that moment on, it just kind of, we just had every kind of celebrity. Kevin Costner.
He took us to the movie.
Yeah. We were there.
Oh
He said the movies. We
my
walked the red carpet with him.
Sorry, Global Food Market, but I'm sorry.
I'm having a blast
Chef Cathy
listening to all
just
this,
took over the show. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
You've been. We just
Danny
had.
Glover, he's with.
Oh my gosh!
Harry Belafonte. They come in the restaurant together. I'm in the back, and all I hear is, "Cathy, where are you, Cathy? Cathy." I thought it was an employee. I come out with this
look on your
and
face.
he opens his arms, give me a hug, and I'm like,
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
We just had John O'Leary on the show because he's got his new movie Soul on Fire, and we always talk about what a lot of us will say, and I've done it myself. Why me? Why has this happened to me? Like, what is this happening for? Why am I going through this? And I'm sure you thought to yourself, why are we going through? What is this happening?
Yes.
But look at the beauty, and I hope that you have really helped the division. I hope that people are seeing, and you're bringing people together, because that we just talked about this on our last guest that we had. You know, about they're doing this run, the Trap Run STL, and they're talking about, you know, such division that we have in even though they're raising money to help the community, what they're really hoping and doing with each time they do this is bringing the community together. And
I think Ferguson would be the poster child for that, if you asked me.
Yeah, really.
Just to see what it is today versus what it was at first. And most times after riots and all of that, the city totally decays, you know, goes down.
Yes.
Property value goes
Came
down.
together.
We have several new business erected, you know. The street doesn't even look the same. You wouldn't even recognize it. It's that much growth. So many, and the black-owned business on that street is quadruple. I mean, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, it is beautiful. It is a community where you can walk up and down the street. You can get some ice cream, grab a pizza, live music on the corner.
What are your hours? Because we have to put it on our...
Okay, we're open Tuesday through Saturday. We close on Sundays and Mondays, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
We are going to do one of our cheers, whether it's non-alcoholic or alcoholic, whatever we have on your menu.
Alcohol.
Okay, good. We do too. We are going to do we do cheers and show off places and do a cheers, you know, at the end of some of our shows. So we always say cheers at the end of this show, but we're going to come and try it out and do a cheers.
I can't not. I would love that.
And again, your hours are, I'm sorry?
11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay,
Tuesday
perfect. So we can make sure that we come in.
And now we stop in-room dining.
Okay.
At 5 o'clock.
Okay, so we got to make sure that we come in there for lunch. That would be perfect for us to do lunch there. Gosh, what a great story! The goosebumps would not go down hearing.
I mean, how lucky are we to get a chef like Chef Cathy to come do this global cooking series for us? This is just amazing.
Absolutely. So tell us about your involvement. What we'll expect as part of the series. What is the date? Is it on September 18th?
I am not sure of that date.
I think it's in October. So she is the.
Okay, things kind of moved around a little bit. And so before we get it, we can actually go to Global Food Market to find out the schedule for this series then. So we can pick where we're going to. Okay. So let's talk about your involvement, what you'll be doing with the Global Food Market, with the cooking series, with the actual, and I want to say it right, we're talking all about your restaurant, but this is the Global Food Market's cooking series, right?
That's right.
Okay, all right.
Well, I thought it would only be right for me to do my #1 seller. You know, I said, I should teach them that. Pasta makes everyone feel like they're doing something really special when you make pasta. And so our Cajun chicken pasta is our #1 seller in the restaurant. And I said, hey, we're going to do that. People really love pasta, you know. No matter what I do, it's at the top. I can love anything in that restaurant and then the pasta. And one thing about our pasta at Cathy's Kitchen, they're all made to order. Order.
So you know you're getting a fresh.
Yes, you know you're getting it fresh. You can customize it any kind of way you like. But for the series, we are doing the Cajun chicken, and I figured that was a nice neutral one, you know. And I could add some of those Cajun New Orleans flavors, you know, just that warmth, that love that you get when you're eating pasta. And we're going to do a nice salad. We're going to make the salad dressing for that. And when I put it in, I wasn't sure what dessert I wanted to do, but gosh, I make a fire Dutch apple pie.
Oh,
and so I
said,
ice
cream?
What? Of course.
Because I always say, if I just had a scoop of ice cream on top of this, my life would be better.
You gotta ask Jerome. Jerome, what's your go-to dish that you want her to make for you all the time?
In the restaurant, because at home we eat everything. and I would probably say that's an interesting fact about Cathy. When she goes to the restaurant and cook, every day she come home and cook. You know, she's just an individual that likes to cook.
Wow.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
You're okay with that, right?
Yeah.
So our restaurant is pretty interesting because it's a road that goes around the restaurant.
A road that goes around it?
Yeah, so we took a trip around America for 2 months. And Cathy followed the Food Network map. You know, and it said, you know, we should go. When we were starting the restaurant, we didn't know what to do. So we said, let's take a road trip all summer. And when the kids had got out of school, when they were young, we literally drove. So it's a map in our restaurant. When you first come in, you get to start on the trip.
Yeah.
All right?
And
you can sit up on the floor of Chicago, Texas. And the food in the restaurant is based upon what she learned on this 2-month trip. Now, to answer your question, I'm from Chicago. And we both grew up in Gary, Indiana. And Cathy learned how to make the Chicago Italian beef sandwich to almost perfection. That is my go-to. So
That's
I'm always,
fantastic.
I'm gonna have to
Saturdays.
come. We're gonna have to.
Okay, we're coming at 5 o'clock when she closes there, and you're sitting down because you are the perfect person to have at a dinner party because you have so much fun, great information to share and talk about. I wouldn't be able to sit down and talk with you then.
Well,
I'll bring
that's
one.
good to know. My wife's from Chicago, and she says she's still yet to find the real deal here in St. Louis. And now
Now
I
you
where to
know.
send her, yes.
Now you know where to get it.
Yes.
Listen,
yes.
she studied. To me, Cathy has a great gift where she can taste something and she can taste the spice in it. Most people can tell what's missing, maybe that cook, but Cathy can go, oh no, it's missing cumin, it's missing nutmeg, it's missing this. And so she was able to get that Italian beef, and we went back to Chicago last month and we went to Portello's.
Yeah.
And I ate it and I go, man, how did you
Do
duplicate
that.
this without getting the recipe?
Gosh.
And so to me, but that was the blessing of the trip.
Mm-hmm.
And the chefs were very nice. They
Oh,
took
gosh,
Cathy
yeah.
to the back and showed her how to cook things.
Our
So-
gumbo is on the menu. It says Memphis and not New Orleans, and people are always like, "Why are your gumbo is under New Orleans?" Had the best gumbo of my life
In Memphis.
and they did something very unique with the roux, and I brought that back. And, we put it over our shrimp and grits. You ask me, that is my favorite dish.
Oh,
The
I
shrimp and
love
grits.
your stories. I love everything about
I
it.
gotta ask this question because you just talked about doing this whole trip and going to all these places, and I had this question for you, and now I'm really gonna have to ask it. If you could only eat cuisine from one country or city for the rest of your life, which one would it be?
For the rest of my life,
I know mine.
oh gosh, am I gonna say? I'm probably gonna say Panama.
Panama.
I'm gonna say Panama.
And
I'm
what
going
would
to New Orleans.
New
You wanna say
Orleans?
New Orleans. We were in Panama. Now this is crazy. We killed a pig. I wrung a chicken's neck. I really did. I mean,
I hope you documented all
gosh,
this. This
I'm
should be
in
a show.
I'm in a river cleaning the pig intestines. In the river with two children, like 8 and 9 years old. And the feces is they put a rock and then they made a hole so the water moves, and it's pulling all the manure, everything away, the feces away from it, and then they pull these berries out of the tree and put them with the intestines, no smell at all. So we walk down with all the stuff,
I gotta put my mouth back together.
They
Here we go.
grind the meat, they stuff the intestines. We made the best chorizo sausage I ever had in my life.
Incredible.
Milk the cow.
And you could eat it after
We made
seeing all
fresh-
that.
Nothing bothers
See the
me.
feces go down, we'd be like, maybe I'll sit out on this meal.
I could have been a doctor in another life. Nothing bothers me.
I was going to say we stay with a family.
Yeah.
We saw a friend on Facebook of a friend, and her family lived in Panama. And we just asked them, could we come stay with them? and they said yes, so we stayed with them for about a week and a half.
Yes.
And only the little kids could speak English. And we flew
Only
into
the
the mountains.
Yeah.
Perrmann was 83. We were climbing rocks and boulders.
Yeah.
You have
See
to-
what we're talking about?
Yes.
They eat so much better than us.
Yeah.
You know,
It was-
Everything was fresh.
It was a great food.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It was a great food experience. I just
it should be called Cathy's Experience, not Cathy's Kitchen, because you definitely have some experience. And it just makes me want to eat there so much more,
Well, we're
knowing.
just gonna have to come.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to sit down.
Knowing
We're
the-
gonna have to spend some time where we can just talk with you while we're
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It was a love affair.
Yes,
We
yes.
loved it,
Roll.
Yeah.
you know?
I love your story. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. So we're going to be able to enjoy Cathy on this food experience, this cooking series that you have going on. You're going to be at the Fennell Kitchen for one of the series going on. We can go to Global Foods Market to find out, is there a price? Is there a ticket price to be able to attend one of the cooking series?
Yes, but we are also to everyone who signs up, we're giving everyone a $10 gift certificate
did
to
read
Global
that.
Foods. So, once they go and learn from Cathy and the other chefs, they can come to our store and pick up some of the ingredients for themselves. I have to double check on the price, but I do
Okay.
know that
Yeah.
I do know that there is a $10 gift certificate. I know that there's still a few spots left for Cathy's. I'm sure after this they're going to go quick, so please go and sign up for Cathy's class. Obviously, after hearing those stories, how can you not want to learn?
Oh
from
my
her?
gosh, yeah. And right now it looks like you're October 20th, 6 to 9 p.m., but we'll want you to go online and check that in case anything's changed of when your actual classes. I don't want to say that and then they've, made a change or something. So Global Food Market, thank you for what you bring, with all the different cultures and around the world for people to be able to try. It makes me want to cook. I kind of feel sad that I don't have the time. I need to make the time, even if it's once a week, to prepare something different. I used to have a restaurant. I used to love to cook, to bake, and I've lost that ability. In fact, I burn almost everything because I'm always rushing. I'm always, he's a great cook because he actually follows a plan. I just, whatever's in the cabinet might get thrown into something.
I go too. That's the key too. Taste
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And I'm just like, and then I walk away and forget I was cooking, and all of a sudden the smoke alarm goes on. So
We might be cousins.
I am just like a hot mess all the time. But I need to take the time, and you're making me want to just experience the kitchen because I love the gather. Even when we got married, I just wanted a very small gathering. I wanted to be able to talk over food. Food is just, it's a love affair, and I love those words. And you're bringing the whole, and Shayn,
all
you're bringing
about.
the whole world together, to gather and have the love of food. So we really appreciate everything. I wish we had another hour to talk because I just feel like it's just been such a great experience meeting you, learning about it. I cannot wait. We go down Kirkwood, Lindbergh, into Kirkwood, and have passed it. We are now going to stop. A doctor
forward
that
to
we
seeing
go
you there.
Yeah, doctor that we go to is right up from that, so we're going to take extra time to go in there. So this is what's so fun about what we do is sharing people's stories, sharing the voices in our community, and learning about new things that you may think everyone knows we didn't know.
It's
So
crazy
this
how
is so
many times
fun.
you pass by somewhere
Yeah.
and don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
true.
So
It's
we're thrilled to be able to, and we look forward to sharing your story in one of our magazines, a destination to go to, along with the Global Food Market. So thank you so much for being part of the In Your City show today. We so appreciate it. You have now made the hot list. You will be invited to our big hot list party that's coming up.
Thank you.
We hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have talking to Cathy. Jerome, we'll go ahead and give him a name instead of Mr. Cathy today, along with Shayn with Global Food Market. We are going to take a quick break. Of course, we have to do that to keep the show running. We're going to be back with Steve Perrmann, talk about wealth, talk about music, and have some more fun right here on the In Your City show. So stick around with us. We're going to have more fun to go. We are back with the In Your City show. Go ahead, keep the cocktails flowing, or maybe it's your mocktail that you're having, whatever it might be. Enjoy your time with us as we are back. We've got another great guest coming up. But first, I want to tell you about our friend Jennifer Williams. We actually did a great story on her. The September's issue is out right now, and Jennifer Williams has been featured in it, and she looks fabulous. She's got her cute little outfit on with her boots. But besides her looking so cute and having style, she's got some individuals like Daryl Tyler's closet that she did, jeans, jackets, and jewels storage unit that she did beautifully for them, and Annie Hayward, her closet. So they're featured in here, testimonials about her work. We know firsthand she's phenomenal. One of the quotes here from Annie Hayward says, "She completely revolutionized my space. I feel like I'm in a curated boutique. It's my happy space." That's a cool feeling to get when you walk into your closet and feel happy about it. You know, that you can find everything. What Jennifer always says is to go from craziness, chaos to calm.
From chaos to calm. Yep.
Yeah,
How
so
do you feel when you walk in your closet, Kelly?
well, I love my organized my space. I've just sort of let it get out of hand, just a teeny.
I've been really bad lately too. I've been that.
You're Mr. Perfect to put it together, but
Started learning how to fold everything just right like
Yeah.
that.
that lady that does it. Well, Jennifer's been doing this since 1991. So she's breaking barriers as one of the first women in the region to own and operate a custom closet company. So kudos to you, Jennifer. You're doing it right. It's not a one size fits all. Everything is done on site in her location. You don't have to worry about where it's coming from. It's being done there. And it doesn't matter how small it is or how large it is. She's celebrating 35 years and she is here to support you in business and help you make your life a little bit more organized. If someone could just come clean my closet, I'd be fine. It would be calm again. But that outfit I put on didn't look right, so I just threw it on the floor.
Life is better when things are in order.
Yeah, it's
right?
true, yeah.
And speaking of having things in order, we've got Steve Perrmann here today, and Steve's going to teach us how to get our money in order, how to get our music in order, and 25 years in engineering as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, 27.
27 in engineering.
Yes.
You've got that brain.
Engineering and manufacturing for 27 years. So.
Wow, and decided that I want to take it to the next level?
It's interesting, yeah. So I spent 27 years officially in engineering and manufacturing for part of my career, and then in 2010 had an opportunity to move into another career in the area of finance. And interestingly enough, while that seemed like a big departure, now that I've been doing that almost 15 years, I realize I'm just doing another version of engineering. So if we think about what engineering really is, it's taking a challenge, a need, and basically finding a solution for whatever it is you're trying to do. So create from the ground floor up or solve a problem. And that's really what I do every day in my finance world. So it's really not about finance as much as it is about tailoring a solution to somebody's need, whether it be a couple, small business, or whatever the need is. So first understand what the need is and engineer a solution for it.
Yeah. You have your lovely wife, Tina, here with you. She's here to support you as always. We love that. Tina from way back, many, many moons ago, in one of my very first radio shows, you were my guest. And so here we are coming around, and now your husband's here talking about what he does. And we love that you partner. You're within our City Lifestyle magazines, making a difference, educating and leading the community with the knowledge that you have in financial planning. E3 Wealth is the company that you have.
It's the name of the firm, yeah. And we are about 30 years strong now as a firm, an independent wealth management firm. Yeah, we do comprehensive wealth management. So it's not just investments, but taxes, legal, making sure all the pieces work together.
So here's a question. And a lot of people, maybe someone who has just an incredible amount of wealth, they may have the fear when they go in to talk with somebody of having someone handle their wealth and do it appropriately, do it correctly, right?
Sure.
So that's something that you're very good at. There's also people that are afraid to show their money or what they have. Maybe they don't think they have enough to get started. Sure. Maybe it's not a big enough pile. They want to be embarrassed, or the age or whatever. There's a lot of times we want to get our grandkids started. We started maybe $1,000, and by the time we're our age, imagine what that could be if we could just get people to start young, right, and understand. But sometimes I think we're afraid to talk to somebody about our money. How do you sit down with someone and allow them to get through that fear of being open and honest with you so that you can create wealth for them?
Well, first of all, it's very personalized.
Yeah.
So really one of the first questions I ask people is, what is the purpose of your money? And surprisingly enough, of all the people that I've worked with, whether they've been doing something themselves, maybe they've been working with an advisor for a long time, the typical response is, nobody's ever asked me that question. What's the purpose of my money? Because for the most part, I think a lot of people think it's a cookie cutter solution. Everybody should just follow the same path, and it's not that at all. So by talking about somebody's goals, objectives, their needs, and the purpose of their money, all of a sudden people start loosening up because they start thinking for the first time in many cases, what is the purpose of my money? What am I going to be doing? Why am I doing what I'm doing?
Most of the time it's for me to spend it. What is the purpose? To buy something.
Sure.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, I think, first of all, it is very personalized, and, one solution's not right for everybody. So I think getting people to talk about their specific situation, and of course, everything we do is confidential. We're fiduciaries, so we are always working in the client's best interest. And admittedly, not everybody's the right fit.
Yeah.
So that's the key too, is, I think at the end of the day, it's always about relationship. But because admittedly, when we get together with somebody, we're probably going to sit down 3, 4, 5 times before we're really deciding whether or not we're going to work together. It's non-transactional. It's really about education. I mean, really, E3 is an acronym, and education, enlighten, and empower. So with proper education, people can understand what they're doing, what are their options. They're enlightened about things maybe they didn't know, and at some point they feel empowered to make a decision. The decision could be just keep doing what they've been doing, or they could be empowered to do something different. But it's only with proper education and understanding all those pieces that they can make a good decision. So, not everybody is a good fit, and I think that's the key. But it really comes down to relationship, building trust. People like to work with people that they like, and they can relate to. I mean, I feel, in a very short period of time, I mean, we have a relationship. It's, it's not just a professional relationship. It's somebody you're comfortable with on some level. Right.
And I think age, there's so many things that factor in when it's not a one size fits all. And age, some people want to be maybe more risky. Some maybe want, a steadfast path. Or so, there's just probably so much that you have to learn about somebody. I can't imagine anybody wants to be risky, but some.
Yeah, and I think how helping people make a decision about what can they really tolerate. So I think that process doesn't happen in an hour conversation.
No.
It's something that takes time to build. So for many people, I might spend 4 or 5 hours with somebody before we even decide we're going to work together, or we decide we're not going to work together.
There has to be probably a lot of education, like you said as well, understanding, because we get the media and the news puts us in a fear mode all the time. Oh my gosh, we're going to lose everything, And I mean, things can happen. Things do go up and down but it's understanding and being educated by the right person to know what to do and how to wait out the storm.
Exactly right. Yeah.
And how does one learn or get educated with that? Do we stop listening to what we're reading when they start talking about the market?
Yeah, so going back to really where I started, and that is that, unfortunately, I think we've all been, the status quo would tell us that we need to be doing certain things all the time. We should have stocks, we should have these things. But the reality is all the different investments that exist out there are tools. And I like to think of every investment just like tools at a hardware store. There's hammers, there's screwdrivers, right? There's shovels. Hammers are fantastic tools unless you need a screwdriver, right? So,
and as long as you use the camera correctly, right?
Well, yeah, I mean that's true. I mean,
Switch out with a hammer,
you can.
But I think
it won't turn out well.
I think that's the key, right? Right. But that's where my engineering comes in, to where, first of all, understanding what somebody's goals, objectives, needs, and purpose of the money, because every investment tool works differently for a different purpose, and it's aligning those pieces together to understand what is the right blend.
So if someone wants to talk with you to learn more, to get educated, whether how small, how large, how average it is, E3 Wealth is your firm.
Correct.
Is that, and how simple is it to find you?
They can go to e3wealth.com, or they can certainly call me directly on my cell phone.
Steve Perrmann, and we can put that.
Yeah, and I want to say something about so we talk about money, everybody gets serious all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Right? But there's so much
Scared
more,
too.
But there's so much more to you than being serious, and that's being fun, and that's being a musician, and that's, I mean, when, I met you, you bring me down in your basement, you've got this incredible
Oh,
studio
my
that
gosh.
I'm completely jealous of.
So jealous.
Just donate that room.
Yeah, so jealous.
I wouldn't know how to use it like you do. And I always see this, so when you do music, I mean, I see the engineer side come out of you.
Oh, yeah,
because
look at that
you
room.
sent me some of your songs, and a lot of your songs, you can just see the integral parts that you put together, and it's the technique that you use. I'm listening to it, and I'm like,
Yeah, you're supposed to be coming up with words, by the way.
well, you know what? I mean, the music's so good. It's I don't want to ruin it with words. I mean,
Aw.
it's
Wow.
yeah.
What a compliment.
But it's really good. So, but I love that you're fun. So I want people to know that when you go in and you talk to Steve, I think that's why you want to get to know people a little bit too. You want them to know on a personal level, and
Absolutely.
because people want to do business with people they like, right?
Exactly right.
Yeah,
Exactly
and so
right.
If you guys get to know each other a little bit more, then there's those people that come in. There's nothing you can do to help them or like them. So it's
Yeah, well, I mean, it is true, right? We all meet people that we would like to work with at some level, right? Whether it just be a conversation, have a cigar, have bourbon, whatever it is, right?
Right.
And there's some people you wouldn't,
exactly.
no matter what. And I think that's in every aspect of life. And there's nothing wrong with saying, you know what, we're not a good fit. In my opinion, you can feel good about making that decision sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
So when you look at Steve, you think, what type of music does he like? Well, let me tell you. Me and Kelly brought this up, and I said, no, we gotta wait till he comes on. We are gonna go see, thanks to my buddy here, who's got great seats for the concert, we're gonna go see Dream Theater. I don't know if anybody knows who Dream Theater is, but it's a group that an engineer would really like because everything is very intricate and everything is, I mean, it's incredible. The musicians that play, I got the
He can hardly wait. It's incredible. I'm like, I'm so glad he didn't have 4 tickets. It is so not my music. Oh, sorry to me, did my mic.
We have poor taste in music, but great taste in men. With great hair.
With great hairdos.
Great hair.
That's right.
You didn't realize how much you two are alike.
Yeah. They say math, math plays a big part in music. So it goes to show that Gordon's very smart. I think Gordon's extremely smart. And I think people that are heavy into music, I think they have that analytical side, and that ability, math and so forth, that just, it runs naturally through that brain of yours. Let me ask you a question, Steve.
Yeah.
So is there a song that describes your approach to life and the way you work with people? What song would that be?
Great question.
Wow.
That is a great
Maybe I should have given it to you earlier, sorry. But I like the surprise effect.
question.
Yeah, and I don't have an absolute answer to that, but I probably have a general answer to that, and I would say it's probably any kind of symphonic music, like Mozart. I was just listening to Mozart today in my car. I get around this time of year, I always want to go to classical music, and it's probably going to be some kind of concerto, and mainly because it's the sum of the parts that makes the piece what it is.
Oh,
Every piece
great
by
answer.
itself can be great, but it's only when they all come together. And the reason I typically like concertos is because it allows a singular voice to sort of be showcased with everything else sort of backing it up. So, and I think generally speaking, it's probably my approach to many things. It's beginning with the end in mind and then working backwards with all the pieces and not thinking that putting all the right pieces together is going to give you the best result. So I think, yes, while I'm very organized from an engineering perspective and I do things very calculated, there are times when things aren't that calculated. And just like the guest you had in here, while I didn't get to hear the entire show, but just like a chef, you can have a recipe and give that to 10 people and they're not all going to get the same result if they follow it. It requires, there's an
Especially
art,
me.
there's an art to it, right? I mean, there's more than just the formula. And I think that really sort of sums up how I look at everything. Yes, there are pieces that are calculated, but the formula won't always get you there.
So, Gordon, I was going to ask you that same question, but there's no way you can answer it quite as intricately and good as him, so we're just going to let him go with it. But what song describes your approach to life and the way you are with people?
Van Halen, Might As Well Jump.
I knew it wouldn't be the same. Honey, that was a great answer. That was a great answer. All right, rapid fire before we have to wrap this up. First instrument you ever played?
Drums.
Favorite band or artist of all time?
Probably April Wine.
We just saw them. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Are you a late owl or a morning person?
I'm a morning person.
If money were no object, we know you know how to invest it, what's the first thing you'd buy?
Anything that Tina would like.
I was hoping he was going to do that, because that's what he better say. And Megan.
I want to know that with no haircuts. Knowledge and wisdom.
Exactly. Steve Perrmann, E3 Wealth. You definitely need to sit down with this man and talk about your life and investments. And if not, you've just made yourself a really good friend. That's for sure. If
Thank
it's
you.
not the perfect fit, but I think that for most it would be. It was
Thank you.
such an incredible couple as well together. So Tina Perrmann, always love seeing you as well. Thank you for being part of our hot list. Of course, your invitation for the hot list party will be coming. It's going to be a magnificent, fabulous event, Western theme. So you better start thinking
We've
about
already
what you're wearing.
RSVP'd.
There you go. They got their invitation. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to the In Your City show. It's always a blast, either coming together with people we already know or meeting new people as you met during this show. So we appreciate it so much. Keep your cocktails, your mocktails flowing until our next segment. You guys don't need to say it with us. As we end the show, we always wish everybody a cheers. So to everyone listening, cheers.
Cheers.